Makoko demolition sparks outcry as evicted families sleep in Kano face survival crisis. Makoko, a historic floating fishing community in Lagos, is facing a humanitarian crisis following an ongoing demolition by the Lagos state government. Thousands of residents, mostly women, children, and the elderly, have been left homeless, with many now sleeping in canoes or by the lagoon. The demolitions have destroyed homes and disrupted livelihoods tied to fishing and trade, sparking public outcry. Joining me to discuss on this trending issue is a very respected and highly recognized in-house analyst of First Next News, Kings Ojalo, and I remain your amazing host, Cassie Tony. Welcome back to the show. Hello, Kings. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you, Cassie.
You look amazing today.
Thank you so much.
How has your weekend been?
It's been great. By the special grace of God, it all went well.
All right. So, considering the issues, the present issues at Makoko, the demolition of houses and people being homeless and the rest of them, what do you really have to say about this?
I listening to your the headlines concerning that concerns the issue. You also made mention of the historical, thereabout. That is their fishing activities.
They rely on fishing.
They rely on fishing,
and
their construction is based on, on the water level. You see, Makoko has an historical orientation in Lagos State precisely, and the most is usually nickname as the Vensing of Nigeria. There's a state they call Vensing, Italy, a city based on the sea. You understand, everything about them is always on sea. So we have our own here in Nigeria, which is based in Lagos, Makoko.
Yes.
Now looking at the history, I'm trying to I'm heading somewhere, because a lot of critics has come out criticizing the Lagos state governor. That is,
when you say you're heading somewhere, it means you have a whole lot of things.
A whole lot, honestly speaking, a whole lot. Now, we've had a lot of critics, and also the Lagos state governor, that is the life of the Sanwo-Olu, has also come out to clarify his purpose of doing that, which I have to also, state the facts here.
Right.
Now, if you look at the history of Makoko, now initially Makoko was before it was known as Makoko. It's as in they came together even since the 18th century. 18th century. Now it wasn't known as Makoko. It was known as established as the Egon. That is EUGN. Egon. Now, how was the migration led? Combination of people from Togo. And Lagos is very close to. It has boundary with Togo and Benin Republic. So people who are based on sea level, migrated together from these sub countries. As at then, probably in the 18th century, we will know for the fact that there was nothing like that of Togo. They all got their coronation and colonization from both the French and thereabouts. You understand? So they came together that migrated together and started living in harmony and taking their daily routine and activities as fishing activities and thereabout. Before it was if you look at it, he said over time it grew and it included the Ilaje, that is a Yoruba Yoruba group. You understand? And if you look at it, the Ilaje are kind of from Ogun State and thereabout. Then some also Igbo families that really formed that Kokoko, to tell you that this community in Lagos has been established long time ago, even before Nigeria gained independence. You understand? Even even before Lagos was even as civilized as this. You understand? Now, why I am bringing this, I think before a sitting governor, try to make decision, at least you should try and look back. You understand? Because these are lives who are dwelling in that community. You understand? Yes, as a governor, as a city governor, you have the right to, at least for the well-being, just as someone who said, I read this article and also watched this video concerning it. He said the purpose of the demolition is because of the, now if you are frequent with Lagos, there's a bridge called Third Mainland Bridge. That's one of the longest bridge in West Africa. Yes, if you are going through Third Mainland Bridge, by your left you will see on the bottom on the sea, you see the community, that is Makoko. You see houses, kind of local houses, built on top of the sea, and they are, fishermen, who, that is what they do. That is their own orientation. Now there's a high tension.
Yes, high tension.
Yes, there's a high tension that is being labeled around it. Yeah, so I think the state government from his
He
from his
said that
statement,
the houses were built very close to
very
the high
close to the
tension.
high tension.
And some of the residents said their houses wasn't even close to the tension.
Yes, I think he gave them some kilometers away so that they will be able to, he gave them. He said, from what he said, he has been giving them notice for a long period of time since he came into power. Yeah, 2020. You understand?
2023. Yes. I was also told that this demolition started early December last year.
Early December. Thank you. But he has been giving them size, and it didn't start early. It has occurred 2 years ago. Yes.
Yeah, but the demolition started.
Yes, they've been doing it gradually. You understand? They've been doing it because he said from some residents, even the Bale. There's a man is known as the Bale. That is a local chief. Yes, said they've been demolition, which the government has been coming time to time, but they felt probably it was just to construct one or two. So they will demolish. Before you know, another year, another month, they will demolish. So from my own discovery, the demolition came gradually before it was fully enforced. And Lagos State governor said it was because they wanted them not to have any barrier with this high tension and thereabouts.
And most of these demolitions, some of them said it was in the middle of the night.
It occurred
when they were sleeping. But that's very absurd.
Thank you very much. Now, this has not only occurred in Makoko. It also took part in Jakonde, in the island. You understand? So many designated areas, in Lagos State. Now, for the purpose which the state governor, and I also make my findings, said, most of them, and if you look at it, allegedly, that, most of these places are to be renovated. Yeah. And if you look deeply, are being, by private entrepreneurs, that is real estate, who are having interest in those areas. You understand? Now, where I'm heading to is, look, just like I said, as a sitting governor, you have the right to, do whatever you want to, but at least consider lives.
Exactly.
I was thinking probably before this ongoing demolition, there would have been a
provision for them.
Exactly, a place for them to, to be able to at least stay for the why the demolition. And if you look at it, there are activities going on in that, despite the locality of that community, there are activities going on.
Because most of them survive based on fishing, the schools. Some even complain that they lost their lives. One lady said her mother slumped. Her mother died straight up simply because the mother was crying that where will they go to, and in the process she died.
Now they are left stranded, and the funny part is our federal government is not even saying anything about it. You understand? There's no statement from the federal level. The state governor is even defending himself that yes, it's because he wanted to remove them from that, at least make a better place. But I know for the fact that when the Lagos State governor make a renovation, that so-called project or whatever will become so expensive than what anyone will. Now, how do you intend these people to afford it? Now, yes, you are demolishing to renovate. Now, if you look at the cost of living in Lagos, Lagos is having the cost of living is as high as anything in terms of house accommodation. Now, these people who have been displaced, they are rendered helpless and thereabout. Even if you are through with the renovation, tell me now, how do you intend these people to afford this renovated infrastructure which you claim? I think the Lagos State governor would have at least make provisions in terms of giving them a suitable site where at least they could have in most cases. I remember there was an incident that happened in Iran some time ago where I think their then primates had an issue like this. At least they were able to cater a camp for them to be able to stay. You understand? Because these people don't even know. Many of them don't even know their origin. You understand? They be there for centuries, generations. They don't even know where to start from.
40 years.
More than some of them, even most of them, just like I said, they don't even know their origin. They don't even know where to start from. They don't even know. You understand? Many of them have repopulated, and you understand. We are talking about fathers, grandfathers, great grandfathers, even those who have died and left their grandchildren, and they've become used to this present system. Now, where do you want them to? Which routes do you want them to go to?
Okay, so sorry to interject. The chieftain of the APC, that's Joe Ibokwe.
Okay.
He actually said that the Igbos are crying that some of the Igbos have been wrongly treated by the Yorubas, demolishing their properties and making them homeless as well. And then early last okay, late last year, that was around November, one of the Igbo businessmen actually came out to say that his shop was demolished. Shop that he has invested so much money into.
I will trace that statement to what happened at I think Alaba, and also in trade fair. Yes, there were some ongoing demolitions in trade fair and thereabout. Well, most times, fine, the Lagos state government will highly be blamed for all of this. Now, he has his own agenda, I agree, but demolition, I might disagree, because yes, these are properties. People spent heavily for it.
Exactly.
You understand? But now, if you look at it, Nigeria, Lagos, I think Lagos is not the only place in Nigeria that everyone is always thinking about Lagos. But yes, I know it's a business. But most
of the population there and
exactly,
the businessmen there are the Igbos.
Exactly.
They are the one making the name that's big Lagos. But so if the Igbos decide to leave,
I'm driving somewhere. These Igbos too, check it very well. I believe they have a region. I believe they have their own states. Okay, I'm not saying Lagos is not an alternative in terms of making finance. Yes, it's a business hub and thereabout. You understand? I let me use myself for example. Currently, Casey, I can't in any means. You understand? Just I can only go to Lagos if probably maybe I'm called for a particular purpose. But going there to establish, knowing fully well that Lagos is already choked. You understand?
Yeah.
I don't see any reason why I will leave a place, that is freely open.
So now you're advising the Igbos to go back to their state.
I'm not forcing them.
But that's what you're implying.
Just don't get me wrong. Now, if you look at it, if you go to the east, you will discover the east currently, has a lot of vast land. They have a lot of, virgin lands whereby, leave land aside, they have a lot of means whereby they can, these things they can easily do them without any further, hindrances, or should I use the word maltreatment from anything. So I think the most Eastern businessmen and women are thereabout. You understand? Consider the fact that Lagos is too, how will I use it now? Should populated. I use the word populated?
Okay.
Is too choked. You understand?
Right.
I think we should also consider other locations.
Okay.
You understand? Because everyone is always thinking of Lagos. You see someone who is just, the next thing, I want to go also. The next thing, Lagos.
Okay.
I think Nigeria, we should do away with this mindset of all our well-being, it should be just based in Lagos. There are other states in Nigeria, come on. We have Cross River, we have Abia, we have, name all kind of states. We shouldn't just rely on our,
all right, thank you so much, King. So your advice now is you telling the Igbos to go back to the east. Thank you so much.
Apart from going back to the east, there are other states in which we can make profit. Lagos should not be the only alternative.
Okay, so don't publicize our discussion after visiting me in prison. That's coming from Nnamdi Kanu. So Nnamdi Kanu, that's the indigenous people of Biafran leader. He called his lawyer by name Ejiofor, Nemeka Ejiofor, to tell him that whoever comes to visit him in the prison shouldn't go to the public and publicize whatever they are discussing there in the prison. Does it mean that he has a special discussion, or he's cooking something that he doesn't want people to spill out in public?
Well, on a normal note, before you meet an individual who is in custody, there are procedures. You understand? There are most cases whereby, let me not start with the detained IPOB leader, said IPOB leader, that is the life of Nnamdi Kanu. But on the normal notes, a lot of people might be sent on an errand, in the midst of a spy, unknowingly to you. So asking his lawyer to do that, I think, is the rightful thing. He might not really have anything cooking, but there might be a means of spy. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a prominent person. Yes, detained by the federal government for terrorism cases and thereabout, just because of his agitation, concerning the Biafra movement and thereabout.
Okay.
We all know the whole situation, and we all know who Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is. So definitely there are people who still want to, bring get more details, or should I say, there might be those who still want to have, more things that might still, eliminate him more, even in custody. So I think he's being careful.
Okay.
It's not by cooking. He's being careful so that even in custody, despite he's in custody, you can recall where he was given citizenship by the US of Georgia. You understand? So to show you how vulnerable he is, to show you how important he is still in custody. You understand? So I think his instruction to the lawyer, to his lawyer, is absolutely the right thing.
Even there at the Sokoto Correctional Center, there are procedures to follow before seeing him.
Yes, he made mention
and he said before he approves of, after fulfilling those procedures, he has to approve, meaning that he might choose not to see or to receive whether he wants to see. And he also said he's not doing that for money.
Of course, yes, that might be the mindset of so many high-profile personals or individuals. So he is trying to clarify them that, look, this is what it is, despite I'm in custody. You understand? And warning those high-profile personals, we've had of state governors, imams, traditional leaders, and thereabouts who go to see, even as far as foreign people from diaspora. So he's just right. Those of you who are coming here for a spy or something, be very, very careful. Do not leak my secret. Do not leak my image. Do not leak what I tell you to those, you understand, that it might not be used against him. You understand? So what he's saying, if you look at it, there's still hope that, look, I'm being in custody now doesn't mean I will remain here forever. You understand? Despite his being, given a life sentence. So, which means there's still hope for him. That is what he's trying to illustrate.
Okay, thank you so much. So we'll go on a short break now. When we return, we'll be talking about President Bola Tinubu's plans to dump Shettima for a sitting governor come 2027 presidential election. Stay with us. Welcome back to the show. I remain your amazing host, Kasitoni, and with me on set is Kings Ojalo. So, Kings, President Bola Tinubu plans to dump Shettima for a sitting governor come 2027 presidential election. Now, that statement is coming from an evangelist by name, a prophet by name Ayodele. He said that prior to this time, he has warned the president of picking Muslim to Muslim tickets, saying that there's going to be a lot of disobedience. Now, what is he like? Can you expatiate more?
Prophet Ayodele, has always been, should I use the word for seer most of the time in terms of political affairs. I could recall many times when he has advised the president and other prominent person in our political society in the country. Now, looking at this statement, although it's just giving, I think, out of prophecy or something like that, which a lot of high-profile personas has also come out to also say that. But if you look at it, the APC coalition, they are kind of debunking that statement. You understand? They debunk it in a several way.
That the president is not trying to...
Yes, because the president has not formally by himself say, okay, I am dropping this Shettima as my vice president, going for another individual or a Christian individual. Okay, even recent rumors, because I put it as a rumor, that the purpose of the Yusuf, that is the yet to be the campaign governor of Kano State, who is entering the APC. The purpose of him, the campaign, was an automatic move for the president to attach him to himself coming 2027 for to be his vice president. So I think all these are just rumors from individuals, also from oppositions, and also for critics. You understand? And using the word that Shettima being disobedient and thereabout, I don't think Shettima is being disobedient, because every move he makes, every emphasis he has been making in politics and thereabout, I think is also dealt by the president himself, because no vice president will just take decision when the president himself. So I think all these are rumors, and again, until a formal statement is being made by the president and we see the actions to say, okay, I'm dumping this current vice president from my ambition list of presidency coming 2027. That is when people should start emphasizing on that, because enough of fake news, enough of critics, enough of let us wait for final answer before we start putting it that yes.
All right. So Ayodele further stated that Tinubu is working, but nemesis and betrayals are fighting his government. When he said nemesis and betrayals are fighting his government, and he's also said Tinubu is working, and I've not seen where Tinubu is actually working. So maybe you will tell us where he's working and what are these nemesis and the betrayals that are really fighting his government.
When he used the word nemesis, I think he's trying to say people who he's surrounded by. You
Okay,
understand?
his circles.
Yeah, of course. So, but in terms of working, fine, he might be working one or two, trying to make efforts, which we are still yet to see positive and full results. But in terms of a nemesis and thereabout, see, to me, I don't think President Tinubu is being faced by any nemesis, because to me,
His action is actually his nemesis.
Yes, he's fully ready. Let's be honest with ourselves. The president is fully ready. We can see the actions now, at least from the campaign of governors and thereabout. You understand? So he's fully ready in claiming back his territory. Let me put it that way, as president.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, let him also know that yes, there are still oppositions who are fully ready for that state position. Nigeria doesn't belong to one particular person. We have other individuals who can also take presidency and probably do more better. You understand? That shouldn't be the mind. I think that has been the mindset of our leaders so far, that look, being there is all and all. No, there are people who will also do better than him. If eventually this coming 2027, is done openly, it will be free and fair and thereabout. So to me, I feel the president should first of all make formal statement that look, I am removing Shettima as my president, before people start carrying it. No matter who you are, be you a prophet, be you a clergyman, or be you a professor, no matter your field, let us wait for formal announcement first.
Okay, thank you so much. We've come to the end of the show. Thank you, Kings Ojalo, for always joining us. It's really been a pleasure having you on each of our shows.
Yes,
and to you, our amazing viewers, thank you for watching. Thank you for staying tuned. Thank you for staying informed, staying engaged. Till I come your way again, I remain your amazing host, Cassie Tony. Have a blessed day.